Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to an episode of our Let's Play of Factorio 0.17.55, I think, still. What I'm going to be calling Train World, because, yes, we will have lots of rail, similar to a railworld type playthrough, but I'm really going to be focusing on the trains more than anything, because I want to play different types of trains. I want different sizes of trains, different purposes for trains. You know, I want little shuttle trains, I want, longer trains. I want to see how long of a train we could possibly get. That probably makes zero sense whatsoever, but I just want to have it because it sounds fun. I don't know. I'm just going to be playing around with some stuff, and some of what I do may make zero sense, from a efficiency standpoint. But I think it's going to be fun just to have really massive trains with good train networks rolling all around, things like that. We need 5 more of these steam engines to finish up our power over here. Not that we're using a lot of power right now. We definitely don't need all of this. I may drop down like just these 3 radars just in a row, just to start getting some vision like quickly. In fact, you know what? Why don't we just... I'm going to put it close to where I'm going to be at, up here by the mines and stuff like that, though. So, because radars do get aggro quite a bit, and I want to... Oh, wait. We already have 5. Yeah, I already made 5 of these. Oops, I'm glad I cut those out early. I mean, not that we wouldn't have eventually used them, but we definitely don't need them now. All right, so that's all of our early tech. We definitely want... I mean, turrets would be huge. I think we're going to need to get this military first, though. Turrets and military both are going to be very early on. Again, we have expansion turned on. I may come to regret that at some point, but for now, it's going to be okay. So we're going to go ahead and just drop these radars just in a row right here, just to get them searching. We don't need the coverage here, but I want them kind of poking out a little bit so we can get some eyes on the baddies as soon as possible and go from there. All right, so that's all good. Let's go and collect a whole bunch of stuff from here. We don't need stone right now. Collect all that. Let's start getting some of our automation stuff up and running. One of the first things we want to automate is some science. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get a couple chests down. Let's go and just drop these maybe somewhere on the bar as well. I don't know, somewhere over here or something. I probably will figure out how I want my bars to set up at some point. For right now, this is going to be fine. Definitely want our factories on the thing. That's not a factory. There's the factory. I'll put those over here somewhere. And so, what we want to do is... the reds need copper plates by themselves and then just iron gear wheels. So, to do that, we just need to get some iron gear wheels coming into this guy. Let's do this. Put a ghost there because that gets me the spacing correctly. Let's get another lab down real quick. I'll build 5. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Although I don't need to do all 5 at the same time. Just do 1 for now, and then we'll get things rolling. I do need a couple of these. Let's get a few of those rolling. Let's get us a chest in the middle here to put some iron in. These are going to be for iron gear wheels. There. Come on. Oh, that was control. Shift, right click, shift, left click to copy paste. And okay, so you're going to go into there. You're going to go into there, there, and there. And our lab can drop down to here. We'll leave a space here because we might be able to put some more stuff in here at some point. Actually, for what we can do to put in that space for right now is you. And grab a couple of you guys. 1, 2. Okay, so you can have copper and you can have iron. And I did all that right. That should start getting us... Oh no, I need the red science packs. I'm missing 1 step. Hey, forgive me. Which is fine. I'm close. I'm close. You is what I need first. And then those can go into the science things. I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. Get a couple power poles stretched out further. I guess you have to cover that. And I guess you need to cover that a little bit. That's going to be fine. And you need to be doing that. Come on, right click. Keep hitting the wrong thing. I'm hitting control, not shift. Alright, so they make red power packs. Those are going to go into the couple science labs that we have. That'll at least get us started a little bit. We're going to start getting some military going. So that's a little bit of automation. It's a start. It's not nowhere near what we're going to need for the long term, but it'll get us going here for a bit. I do want to get some more assembly machines going, so let's come back up here. Let's go ahead and refill all of these guys. They're out at the moment. Let's get a couple of these coming out. And I want to start building some of the parts that I'm going to be using a lot of. And those are specifically, at least initially, what am I trying to say? Words are hard. Inserters and at least the basic transport belts. Some of these other ones we can kind of make from those pretty well. So at least the inserters and the basic transport belts we're going to need to get going right away, just to get something going. This is just a starter factory that just gets something. You know, this is nothing crazy here. So you're going to do that. We'll go ahead and do that and that. One of you is going to do transport belts. The other one's going to do those. And you both need iron and gears. Okay, so you actually both need gears. Since these things are not going to be using gears as fast, what I can do is this. So I can start getting those guys making some gears. I can plop them in here with the rest of those supplies. Oh, you need circuits. That's right. That's right. I'm one off of what I need to be making here. Circuits require plates and copper. So you need, I keep using these with the factories. You need circuits, which means you need copper wire. Which is fine. We can still do it all of it here. It should still fit. Put a power pole in the middle there. Power all that stuff up. You're going to do doing circuits. You need iron plates just like everybody else does. It's not really an easy way to get you iron plates. We'll just drop some down here. I'm sure there's a much more efficient way of doing this, but I'm really just trying to throw something together here to get something going. We don't need all those iron plates there. We'll take half of those, drop them into here. All right, so that's going to get me those. All we're missing here is gears, which we can grab a whole bunch of those from here and drop them in here. So there you go. That'll get some things going. I mean, it's not much. I don't even know if I need to drop these in. How much do these stack up to? Just 3? Okay, I guess we do need to drop these into some chests. Right. My wires are all crazy and whatever, but this at least gets me started. And that's the whole point, was just to get something going so I don't have to handcraft literally everything. It's going to be fine. And we just need to fill in all these things with just various goods along the way. Bunch more iron we can drop over here. We'll drop half of it here. Oh, I guess that was half a stack, but whatever. Bunch there, bunch there. Grab some copper. Drop a couple there. Drop a little bit over here. And there. Actually, we need a lot more copper there. Let's grab half of that then. Alright, there we go. So that's going to get things rolling again. So these are things that we need along the way. We've got a decent number of belts coming in. Let's drop the belts down here. We definitely want those on our bar. We want these on our bar somewhere. Probably, actually, we're going to put these down here. How do I move you? How do I clear you out? Can I control click, right click? How do I clear this out? I actually don't know how to clear this out. Is it middle mouse click? Oh, there we go, middle mouse click. I knew there had to be something. We can put the poles over here somewhere. That'll work for now. Cool. All right, so that gets us going a little bit. I think we've actually started to see some of the baddies. They're out there. And our pollution is definitely touching them. So we've got to be a little careful here. Coming up soon. We did just finish military stuff, so we do want to go ahead and try and grab turrets as well. It's only going to take 10, so that should go pretty quickly. With the military thing, though, we can go ahead and grab us a submachine gun if we get some copper. Let's grab us a submachine gun. That's going to be very important for us. to stay alive. And our poor little pistol can just go wherever it goes. Off into the wild blue yonder. Alright, so that's our machine gun. You're going to go there. Pistol. I'm going to come drop you over here off on this on your own. I'm probably going to someday pick you up accidentally. How do I do this? Is it, what's the thing to drop these? I forget. Oh, I forget the thing to drop this. Okay, that's the... There we go. Z. Z drops it. So there's a pistol way out there. Someday we're going to accidentally pick that thing up and wonder where it came from, which is going to be a funny day. But until then, that's where it will stay. A bunch more coal here. Keep that rolling. All right, so we see some more baddies over here. They're not quite getting touched by the pollution yet, so we should be safe from them. It's really just these guys up here that are going to be the trouble. Could probably go after those guys now, especially since we've already got the armor turned on. I probably will prefer to have at least a couple turrets with me to help protect me a little bit better. I should also get a factory making some bullets. So let's actually just add that to the line down here. Have you just coming out this way. And one box going in, one box coming out. I think all you need is iron, which we have none of at the moment. And yeah, bolts just need iron, so we'll just go ahead and get some of those set up. Auto crafting. That's the end. Just drop half it in there for now. No limit at the moment. We'll just let it do its thing. Actually makes very quickly. It's actually slower to... The slow part is actually the insert at the moment. Alright, we'll let that go. Grab a couple of those. What are you waiting on? You're waiting on... gears. New technology. We can start getting some weapon shooting speeds like that, but I think we really want full automation before we do any of these. These are sort of infinite researches. I mean, they start off not infinite, obviously, but you just keep getting more and more of these shooting speeds and strengths, which obviously, or damage, I should say, which obviously these are great, but they're a bit expensive for us early on, and we're going to want full automation before we worry about those. Steel, we don't need. Electronics leads to other things, like a lot of other things. I don't know that we need electronics right away because we don't need that stuff just yet. Walls, I don't know that we need right away either. Let's get some lights, because obviously we want to make sure we can see everything. Although I can see everything just fine. It's really more for the YouTube stuff. Alright, we might be ready to roll out there, especially if we've got a few bullets over here. All of 10. Yeah, yes. I'll just start handcrafting a few. They don't take that long to handcraft. And let's start rolling up here. Let's put our turrets on our bar somewhere as well. Just put it over in the bottom right hand corner near our fish. And let's go after this guy up here that's at least already getting touched by pollution. This guy down here is not. This guy up here is not. It's just this one little tiny whatever this is. Might not even be a base. It may just be like a mob or a worm or something like that. Looks like it is just a worm. Drop this down. Help us out. Let's get some bullets. That's not what I wanted. Probably could have just shot that myself, to be fair. Standing into poison is a bad idea. So that's that. Nothing else is currently getting touched by pollution right this second. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to expand into an area that could get touched by pollution. But for the moment, I don't know if that would have expanded that one worm. I think it just would have just been a worm out there in the middle of nowhere. For the moment, I think we're safe. We got bullets, we got armor, we got some machine guns, we got some turrets that we can drop down just to protect a couple key areas. Like if we put turrets near our radars, then that's probably going to be helpful because that's what they usually key in on. So we'll drop a turret over here by this radar. Probably drop a couple turrets over here on this side of things as well. So if we just put some turrets across here, that would help protect for quite a few things coming this way. I mean, early game, we don't need to do too much craziness. Just as long as they cover each other a little bit. Let's get a few more gun turrets coming out. We don't have a ton of bullets. Let's grab half of these back, actually. Keep making some more bullets, please. And we'll drop a couple more turrets here just to make sure they overlap a little bit with each other. Help protect each other a little bit. Just up to this water. That'll help protect if this thing starts getting stuff. Now, if this one does, we'll have to worry about that later, but can at least protect our power and some of the kind of our infrastructure that we're putting in down here for now. One more turret should cover us here. That'll be good for now. I mean, again, it's not going to last forever, but it'll get us started at least. Come back with some bullets for you here in a moment, sir. This thing sure is crafting slow. It's again because of the feed speed. Just hilarious to think about. Maybe about half of these. Oh, cool. There we go. So that should be good. Cover us for a while. If we start seeing some action down there, we'll have to make some adjustments. But for now, that at least makes me feel better about our power situation being, you know, protected. All right, so now we can start thinking about automating our mining and stuff. And really start getting some kind of furnace stuff set up. We don't really need much. Honestly, this first factory will just, or like first set of, you know, factories and miners and things like that is really just to have something set up so that we can then build like a more official one from that. What research would we want next? I mean, we know we're going to want a lot of these things at some point anyway. Let's go and get the green science started, I guess. I mean, we're going to need that pretty soon. We're going to run out of things that need red science pretty soon. We'll just let some stuff go from that. Is everything else still running? Everything actually is still running for the moment, so that's good to see. All right, so we're not going to need a ton of smelting. Like, I'm not going to do like full, like official lines, just enough to kind of get something going here. A little bit of iron coming in, a little bit of copper coming in. Definitely not fully saturated or anything crazy like that. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get, actually let's get us another assembly machine down with a couple boxes. Fill you with stone. Have you make some of these bad boys and go out to there. And again, so this is how fast it loads. It's actually take a look of that. Put as much as we can load in there for now. Get you a head start. There you go. So at least have a head start. All right, so that's going to go with that. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe 10, 12. I guess we've already got 12 currently. So maybe like 24 iron, you know, 12 on each side. And then, you know, I don't know, 8 copper just to get things rolling for now. Again, we don't need much in these early days. We're going to need some electric mining drills to really get this running the correct way. Could craft, let's just handcraft these. These are going to be fine. We're going to be busy doing some other things anyway. So while we're busy doing other things, we can be handcrafting some of those. You need some gears. And you need some iron. Got some copper still. You got iron and copper. You got some iron still. You are actually out of iron. Get you going from there because we're going to want more bullets. Got a few more turrets at the moment. That's okay. So, Let's grab some of these to start figuring out how we want these lines to look. And again, I'm nothing crazy. I just want, like, I don't know. It's 12. I'm not even caring where I put these, honestly, at this point. Just somewhere to just get something rolling. Oh. Let's not do that. And then we need 12 more on the other side, which we're going to need some more being crafted. Obviously, iron we need a lot more early on. You basically don't need much copper at all until you need copper. And then once you need copper, you need basically all the copper you can possibly get, because it starts getting really crazy very quickly. I mean, even these 24 we got right here is probably more than I need this early in the game. Just need some. I just need something flowing through. Speed does not matter this early. It's really just about getting some sort of automation to start getting some of the materials more efficiently, as well as some of the science, and kind of go from there. So that's that. And then we will send the iron and the coal coming down the sides here. I think we need to go out one more, don't we? Something like that. There's a way to do this. Let's go get some more iron plates, please. Alright, so we need a couple undergrounds, some splitters. Still working on that miners. What else? Let's go ahead and put the power poles where we're waiting. Did we need that last time? Yes, we do. Oh, stupid rock. Got away with that last pole. Kind of make things squared off and even, right? Don't think it really matters, but might as well. I will make things as squared off and even as I can when I can, but at some point I'm just not going to care. There are going to be some times where I'm just like, okay, whatever. Good enough. Alright, let's grab you. So what we want to do here is have coal feeding it on one side, iron feeding it on the other. So we want the underground, let's see. There to there. Something like that, right? Yes, and then we put the two splitters. Let's put some undergrounds on our bar. We'll have the splitters on our bar here in a moment as well. Let's go start getting some of the miners down. We definitely want those on our bar as well. I'm not sure if I really like the array of these things at the moment, but we'll go with it. So we just want these, just a few. Again, I don't need to go crazy here. Let's not get the coal, please. Really just a handful of these just down, just to get me started. We'll make this more official later on. Do that. Splitters on the bar. Down, down. So that should put iron on... Oh, I did this wrong. No, I'm sorry. Iron on the outside, right? Yes. Go in both directions. And coal can go down the middle as long as it comes in on this line right here. Come on. Just run it down here. And just probably a few of these down. Again, not a lot needed. I mean, that's going to be plenty. Doesn't have to be both sides, doesn't have to be saturated or anything like that. Just enough to get something rolling in. Alright, let's get some power up in here, and we will be good. All right, there we go. So iron's coming in, coal's coming in. They'll split up properly, fill all these up, and we're going to have some iron plates coming out here. Done. Iron plates. There we go. Well, that's our first iron smelting array of sorts. Not much to it. Again, nothing like we're going to have later in the game, but it's at least enough to get us started for right now. Ooh, one thing I do need that's very important are some lights. Let's get some lights down. Let's see here. Let's go get some copper, it looks like is what we need. I can start letting these things run out now at this point, because they are not as critical. Lights are very important, obviously, especially for the YouTube stuff. Let's get these on the bar over here again. Probably nothing final of how we're going to have it later on, but we'll just get a few of these lights thrown around in here just to make things a little bit easier to see. Just get a couple over here by the miners. Nothing too crazy. All right, there we go. That's a start. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll go ahead and get some copper set up. Looks like we're not getting quite enough coal to get all the way down to the end of the line here. No, barely enough coal to get all the way down to the end of the line. Just barely. But anyway, once next time we'll get some little bit of copper stuff coming up. And once that gets going, then we can start setting up a few machines and a little bit more of an official science kind of starter array just to get us something going. And then we can start planning where we want the actual real array, which is probably going to be somewhere like right up here or something like that along this way as we clear out some of these bases and things. Currently close to getting hit up. They are starting to get hit by pollution, but those should get caught by our guns here if they do come along. We probably will want to clear those out in a little bit. But anyway, that's a start. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.